Well, I want to first thank you for inviting me to this wonderful opportunity to come back to a place which I spent, I would say, 4 years working on design and later construction of this Smith Mountain Dam and Lake. And I would say that I felt very fortunate that I was born in a big city in China, Shanghai. And when I was about 7 years old, Japan came to occupy China. And we suffered through my elementary school and a little bit of high school through the Japanese occupation. My family stayed with the Japanese, but we suffered. And I never forget that we had no rice for a whole year. But we were happy after the victory, 1945, and I went to the best high school in China. I was very happy. Then the communists came. That was a turning point. My parents, my father was an accountant, and the government wants him to reveal all his clients. And my father says, no, these are my private list. The government says, okay, if you don't cooperate, you will never have a job in China. My father said, I have 6 children. And luckily, he called up his friend in Hong Kong. And the Hong Kong friend said, come to work with me. So he decided to leave, but he left me with a choice. He said, Jeffrey, you are now high school graduate. You are fortunate. The government will let you stay, go to college free of charge. But if you decide to stay, we will probably never see each other again. Oh, that shook me. I said, no, Dad, I want to go with you. But why don't I make a deal? I want to go with you to Hong Kong for a year to learn English. Then after a year, I'll come back to China. Luck has it, the Korean War came out. The border was closed. I was not allowed to return to China. I thank God for giving me the opportunity to stay in Hong Kong because I did 2 things right. I met my wife. That's where I met my wife. And I went into the best university in the whole Southeast Asia area. It's called University of Hong Kong. Today it's still there. And at that time it was the top. And I finished the university. I was given the opportunity to come to America. Thanks to that education, I came to America at age 21. and I think the luck part was I studied a special subject. It's called pre-stressed concrete. And when I first came in America, I joined a big engineering company. It's called Ibasco. Ibasco is famous for designing, constructing all the utilities, power plants, nuclear, hydro, steam, everything. So I learned. The first year, the president of the company called everybody. Who knows pre-stressed concrete? Of all the 3,000 engineers, I was the only one. That got me promoted. And then they gave me the opportunity to design arch dams, a dam which is not a straight, but a curved, because it gives strong strength to the concrete and give forces to the bank. So if this is a bank, the arch dam will be just sitting there. And Smith Mountain is my 3rd arch dam. Before I worked on Smith Mountain, I worked on 2 very nice arch dams, almost the same as the Smith Mountain Dam, in the state of Oregon. The Oregon wants us to build 2 arch dams with supplying the power, and the big problem with them is the fish ladder. That was the big problem. But I finished those 2 dams beautifully. So the company president says, Jeffrey, we want you to now work on a brand new project. It's never happened before in the whole world. It's called pump storage. Pump storage involving 2 dams, not just Smith Mountain. There's a Leesville Dam, and they created a lake, and that is unique. I was fascinated. I said, sure. And I remember this was a summer of 1959 when I was only 25 years old. Where else can you get such a beautiful opportunity? I was there at the right time, and I started. Then suddenly the order came from above. Jeffrey, we have to make 3 big holes in the dam. Oh, in the middle of the dam. The dam is 250 feet high, right in the middle. 3 big holes. That is very difficult. Nobody in the whole world knows how to do it. We figured out. I consulted many books from Europe, from Russia, from America, from Canada, and from Japan. And we put together a team of about 12 people. 12 people. And we actually have 3 teams. One for mechanical, one for electrical. They are about 5 people per team, 5. But the civil team, we have 12 people. So you're talking about 22 people. But I was in charge of the entire group. And at age 25. When we design it, we have to use slide rules and a mechanical calculator. It's called the Freedom calculators. We have to crank, and then the number will change and comes out. We copy it down, and we make huge tables. Many times our tables are 30 column long, and then you have to add from this column. There was no Excel in those days, right. So we have to do. Oh, we did a nice. Oh, but I was paid overtime. That I like. And so I literally remember we were on the calculator for 6 months. For 6 months, our whole team worked together. Originally, I thought once we finished design, each team move over, a new team coming, they're the construction team. And then they literally copied our big table. We have a big table in New York. They made a table on site here and make sure that all the formwork for the concrete can be done properly. One day we got a call. They say, Jeffrey, you draw a line of the rock. You know, the dam has to be supported on rock. When we opened the whole land, the rock was not there. Oh, they said, you have to come down. Then I asked him, how much below the line we assume? They said, 20 feet. Oh, that was a crisis. You have to redesign the dam. So they sent me down with another colleague, 2 people. We came down, we stayed here 45 days. Every day I stayed in the Hotel Roanoke. We drove 2 hours to the site. We worked, then around 4 o'clock we drove back. For 45 days, we redesigned the whole dam. That was under the gun because Mr. Snodgrass, who's the construction, he says, Jeffrey, people are waiting to pour concrete. Where shall we put it? I said, wait, tomorrow. I give it to you tomorrow. Oh, that was crisis. High pressure, very high pressure. It just, to me, the benefit is way beyond what I thought. 1,000%. And I thought after we finish the dam, we're going to expect it to produce power. And I thought if after the power company gets their money back, they should really enjoy the fruit. But when I came here 3 years ago, I was told that the drinking water is another benefit and the recreational. Oh, that was a big benefit, which we never figured out in the original cost-benefit report. We never put that in. And so I was very happy when I learned about this. And it gives me satisfaction that after I finished the design, I went to my doctorate and I knew how to do computer now to redesign the dam. I can now do it in 2 weeks. In the old days, 6 months. Now I can do it in 2 weeks. And I have recalculated and I found out what we did before was very correct, very safe. It's almost like I checked my own work using computer. ACI. They formulated the code we have to obey. And they said, whatever you do, you cannot exceed the stresses over 1,000 pounds per square inch, maximum. And then we put the concrete from the site. We went to the laboratory to test how strong it is. It's 3,000 pounds per square inch. So we have a factor of 3, safety factor. Very good. And so I would say the dam is designed very conservatively, very safe, and the geology of the ground was so good. I have checked the earthquake. As a matter, I have a report right here which shows that the dam location absolutely has no earthquake, no earthquake. This is Charlottesville. There was an earthquake 5 years ago, right here. And West Virginia is right here, lots of earthquake. But the dam here is 0 earthquake. Oh, we're very happy. So it's very safe. At least 200 years, at least, or beyond. So if I'm happy to say it, it will be 200 or 400 years, no problem, no problem. It's really one of the best, I would say, man-made structure in the whole life in the United States. It's comparable to, better than Niagara.